Hey, have you ever wondered where your customers click when they go on Google looking for a home service type business? Do they click on the ads at the top of the search results or do they click on the organic stuff underneath? Well, I conducted a test to see exactly where people gravitate towards the most. And I want to show you guys the results, and I think you'll find them pretty surprising. What's up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Get Busy LLC, where I help contractors and home service business owners understand the internet, website design, search engine optimization, and basically digital marketing so they can get their business found online for the service they provide in their local markets. And in this video, I want to talk about where your customers gravitate towards when they're looking for a contractor or a home service business provider. When they go out and do the search on Google, where do they click on? Where exactly do they go to look for that contractor? So obviously, when you type in something like a roofer in your local market, right? When you type that into Google, what brings back is the search results. And at the top of the search results are sometimes the Google guarantees. Underneath that, there's paid ads. And underneath that, you got the organic map listings. And underneath that, you got the 10 top search results for that search query. So, where do your customers actually go? I've been on different calls, conference calls, digital marketing things, and people always talking about where people gravitate when it comes to local search. And from what I've always learned is that most people usually go to the organic listings. People still go click on the ads, they'll go click on the Google guarantees and things like that. But something instinctively tells people to go to the organics. And for some reason, people feel like the people in organic search kind of earn those spots, and that's why they're good at what they do. That's why they're there at the top, and that's where people gravitate towards whatever shows up organically. All I know is that for me personally, this is usually what I do, and even if it's a restaurant or something, right, something near me, if there's a local ad at the top, for the most part, I just blow right by it, ignore it, because I know people are paying. It says sponsored right underneath that, right? So I gravitate to whatever shows up organically. And the reason that I personally do that, because of the same reason, I feel like those people earned those positions. So I give them my time, I give them the click, and I go take a look and see what they got going on, and I'll go gravitate towards those. So in this video, what I wanted to do is show you guys some concrete proof, some evidence that shows that people do indeed gravitate to the organic search, because I have two customers, one doing strictly SEO, search engine optimization, which is getting his business found locally, organically for the service he provides. The other one is doing paid advertising, Google Ads campaign. And in this experiment, I want to show you guys basically what it's going to cost them per lead. It's customer acquisition cost per lead, right? So I'll flat out say how much I'm charging each individual for the service that I'm providing right here. So both contractors are in the asphalt industry. I'm not going to share their location. I'm going to show their campaigns or anything. I just want to show you some of the raw data that I have that I've collected in the last 30 days from July 1st to July 29th today, I believe, and for both campaigns. So the first contractor is doing strictly SEO. We're working on his site, working on it to get found organically. He's at the top of the search results, both in the map listing and also underneath the map listing. He's like number one or two. He bounces around depending on the search query that people look up on Google. The other individual is doing pay per click, paid advertising. We created an entire campaign for him. We created a landing page, created all that stuff. We set up a budget, and we got him going for that. And I'm going to show you exactly what it costs them to generate a lead. So what I'm basically going to show you guys is how much each individual is paying for the service and how much it's costing for them to generate a lead, a conversion of a lead, right? And how we dictate what a conversion is basically on his Google Ads campaign. We have it set up so if the call's over 45 seconds or something like that, we consider that a conversion. We might have set it up to 60 seconds. That is considered a conversion. That means it's a long conversation. That means he's talking to somebody who's indeed needs asphalt paving. The other campaign, the strictly SEO campaign, we're doing the exact same thing. We're keeping track of that on something called CallRail, which I'll talk about in another video at another time. So we got two case studies, right? One paying for ads, one doing strictly SEO. The guy doing SEO, I'm charging him $1,500 per month to work on his Google website. His Google listing profile and his website to rank it at the top of the search result. The other guy, I'm charging $1,000 for his Google Ads management. But the other guy has to pay for the Google Ads budget as well. So we monitor his Google Ads. We're keeping track of it, the keywords, what's performing best. So we're working on all that on the side while we're doing that service. So he's paying $1,000 and he set up his budget for $80 a day. But right now it's running at about $2,000 a month worth of ad expenditure. So he's spending $3,000 for this last, I think he spent $2,000 for these last 30 days. This other guy spent $1,500 for the last 30 days. And I want to show you the results of the amount of leads that they got. And then at the end, I'm going to show you a calculation of what it cost them per conversion based on what they paid and how many leads they got. So let's get into the numbers. Okay, so here's the first client. This is the strictly SEO, search engine optimization. He's working on a site to get his business listing to the top of the search results and get his his website to show up organically underneath the map listing. So he's showing up in both spots. So I want to show you, you got 110 calls, but I'm only going to show you guys the ones that went over 1 minute, about a minute over. So you can see all the number of calls. Here's just in the last 30 days for his asphalt paving services. There is a total of about 50 leads that went 54 seconds or over. So that I consider a conversion. So he's got 50 leads at a $1,500 worth of expenditure for his business, which equates to about $30 per lead. Now let's take a look at the pay-per-click, the Google ad campaign that I'm working for in another location, same industry, different area. So here it is right here. So total spent in the last 30 days, $2,099, plus the management fee of $1,000. So let's round it off to $3,000. So $3,000, and he's got a total of 26 conversions. That's $76. It says right here, but we have to add the $1,000. So it ends up being about $115 per conversion per lead for his Google Ads campaign. It's still a great campaign. He's still generating leads because each one of these could lead to a big job for him. But still, the cost per acquisition per lead is more than triple. Wait, is it triple? Yeah, more than triple, almost quadruple the cost based on his pay per click. So what this tells me is most people gravitate towards the organic search results. Plus, the organic is on there 24/7, 365 days a year. With pay per click, sometimes the ads only run at specific schedules. Sometimes we shut them off at night. So we try to maximize the amount of leads you can get by making sure this ads only show up during business hours and things like that. So those are some of the disadvantages of Google Ads. So there you have some hard data that kind of proves the point that people gravitate to whatever shows up organically. The difficult part of it is when you are a contractor or a home service provider is weighing out which one to pay for. Especially when you get started, the big disadvantages to SEO and working on your site and working on your business profile and working all that stuff, the organic part of things, is that it takes a long time to end up getting results, to start showing up on that first page, showing up towards the top, getting into that map listing. It takes a long, it could take, 3, 4, 6, 7 months, 8 months to get to that position. As compared to the Google AdWords, you could start a campaign and be up and running within like 3 or 4 days and start generating leads and get things going. So each one has its pros and cons, but the contractors can afford to do both. I say screw it, do both. Work on one while you're working on the other, and then slowly, ease off the paid ads and just eventually get off the paid ads and just work on organic and just get that thing going and just get organic reach, get organic leads. It's still going to cost you because you got to keep working on the SEO, working on your site, adding content, creating backlinks, building up that trust with Google to get things going. But in my situation, I would recommend working on the SEO more because it's a long-term play. It's kind of like investing for dollar cost averaging. They call it in investing, right? You keep investing into your 401k for years and years and years, and eventually you have a big pile towards the end. So same thing kind of with the SEO. Just keep investing in the SEO part of it, and eventually it'll pay off in multiples. It'll grow and grow and grow, where eventually you can't even be touched in your location, especially if you're badass contractor, badass home service business provider, whatever it is that you do. You're really, really good at what you're crafting, what you do. You're just going to, kick ass, get more reviews, and just continue to get that momentum and get things going for years and years to come. So also I wanted to share with you guys, what I see when it comes to pay per leads and doing SEO, how both of them work great, but both, have their pros and have their cons. Like I said, one of the reasons I've always worked on SEO, because I've always seen the bigger, how would you call it, bigger return on your investment to get things going and get your business out there and getting more leads for the long term and for years and years to come. So there you have it. If you guys want some more information, you guys want to learn more about this stuff, kind of do some of the stuff on your own, or if you don't want to deal with any of this stuff, I mean, I have provide all these services for you. Just go to the links in the description below. And I want to talk about also how I see the growing trend of SEO when it comes to contractors and home service business providers. I made a video exactly going into how I see this as a growing trend, especially in the last 5, 6, 7 years that I've been in the industry, how much has grown and how I see it continuing to grow for contractors. And that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Until next time.